On Monday, former prosecutor and Los Angeles Times legal analyst Harry Litman explained on MSNBC that Attorney General Merrick Garland has all the evidence about the January 6 riots that the committee needs. So the question is whether or not to issue a criminal referral for former President Donald Trump. Here's a look at the discussion.
A referral is simply tying it up at the end and saying, we refer this to you for criminal prosecution or investigation into doing that. Why would they do it? Look, there's a certain drama and gravity to have a branch of the government, just as when Judge Carter made that proclamation, a branch of the government actually say so. And remember, when Bob Mueller made no conclusion because he thought he was so bound, it left a kind of muddled and mealy report. Those are the reasons why. But on the other hand, and I think this is a genuine, by the way, nuanced judgment call, not just like a political rift in the committee. If you do it, as Mike says, it puts pressure on Garland. He probably can disregard it, but it will diminish or give a rise to charges of politicization if he does pull the trigger on it. And it could also, I think, they're worried, kind of be off-putting, as if, they're putting too much on him. There's no doubt that it gives him nothing in terms of evidence. And one more thing, when they make referrals for contempt, they're the victims, and that matters. That weighs in the balance. Here, they're just giving information.
The vacuum wasn't created by Congress, it was created by Merrick Garland. Why are they so fragile? Why does whether or not he investigate Trump depend on whether the committee refers it or not?
It doesn't. You're totally right. And by the way, yes, the very statute she read many months ago is exactly. It's clear. It's just clear at this point that they have the evidence. They have the evidence of intent. It doesn't matter even if he didn't know that it was unlawful, but the evidence is copious that he did know. So it's very clear. What the decision will turn on is not the evidence, but a whole welter of factors having to do with, is this the right thing for the country? And that's Garland's lonely decision. But you're right. He's no shrinking flower. He has it all. The only reason to do it, I think, is to make their own statement as the committee at the culmination. Hey, we're not just giving you information. We're telling you Trump committed crimes here. It shouldn't and it won't, in my estimation, actually influence Garland.
The debate centers on whether making a referral, a largely symbolic act, would backfire by politically tainting the Justice Department's expanded investigation into the January 6th assault and what led up to it. Since the summer, a team of former federal prosecutors working for the committee has focused on documenting the attack and the preceding efforts by Trump and his allies to reverse his defeat in the 2020 election. The panel plans to issue a detailed report on its findings, but in recent months it has regularly signaled that it is also weighing a criminal referral that would pressure Attorney General Merrick Garland to open a criminal investigation into Trump. But now, with the Justice Department appearing to ramp up a wide-ranging investigation, some Democrats are questioning whether there is any need to make a referral and whether doing so would saddle a criminal case with further partisan baggage at a time when Trump is openly flirting with running again in 2024. Representative Pete Aguilar of California said the committee was likely to hold off on making a final determination until investigators finish their work. He said the panel was finishing up its investigative phase and shifting to a more public-facing one, in which the panel will present its findings. Although the committee has the ability to subpoena testimony and documents and make referrals to the Justice Department for prosecutions, it has no criminal prosecution powers. After interviewing more than 800 witnesses, including more than a dozen Trump White House officials, the panel has another 100 interviews lined up, including some witnesses it wants to bring in a second time. The committee is still deciding whether to call some key witnesses, including Trump himself, Vice President Mike Pence, and Virginia Thomas, wife of Justice Clarence Thomas. Representative Joey Lofgren said that we have completed a substantial amount of work. We're going to accomplish, we hope, what we set out to do, which is to tell the entire story of what happened, the events of the 6th and the events that led up to that day. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to visit us at rawstory.com. And if you'd like to see more of the Raw Report, please like and subscribe and join others who like their news raw too.